The views and opinions expressed on this program do not reflect the company, owners, management, staff, clients, or partners.
It's Tuesday, the 30th day of January 2024. Welcome to Bermuda's Daily Talk Show. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy. I'm Jamel Hartman, and I'll be doing the Daily Hour news break today too. Yeah. You've got me all show today, folks. You can't get rid of me, so it's all me today. I know. You're gonna miss Maya. Yeah. Blah blah. But yeah, you know what? Everyone on the Daily Hour team's been sick this month, I think, except I don't think Sherry. This be the first January she hasn't been sick, but I think everybody on the team's been down. Everyone. So yeah, send us healing and healthy thoughts, folks. Says I keep telling everybody, listen to all, well, they told me first, but I'm telling them back, listen to your bodies and so on. So just me this morning. That means I'm going to be on my best behavior. You know how I do. Karen Simmons says, good morning, TDH family. And a good morning to you as well, Karen Simmons. And greetings, everyone. And thanks for making us part of your daily routine. A good one today as we welcome Aaron DeSilva on from the BAC Group. We're doing a segment. It's called Ask the Expert, where we're going to discuss sustainable living today, how the BAC Group can help you live more sustainable in Bermuda. And sustainability is something that all of us, especially in a little small island like Bermuda, should be taken a bit more seriously. The daily players will remember when, so as you can see, somebody may be joining Traveling Trotty because there's absolutely no one with me today. So whoever answers the question correctly and it shows up on my screen will get, in the draw, be eligible to go in the draw for Friday's giveaway. All right. But hey, please don't forget, if you haven't already, subscribe on our website, thedailyhour.com. Folks, even if you think you have, you may not have. So subscribe anyway. And follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. And an awesome day to you as well, Suzanne Ingham. And folks, if you appreciate this show, do us a favor before we jump in it. Drop us a like, love, make sure you share it because we have another important community conversation for you today. And that important community conversation is, well, yesterday Maya mentioned something about speed traps, right? And there's been some rumors that speed traps and speed cameras, whatever you want to call them, are basically they're on now. And according to our friends at the Royal Gazette, speed cameras are not in operation on Bermuda's roads, despite rumors to the contrary. A spokesman for the Ministry of National Security said in a statement this afternoon that it was aware of online imagery and comments about speed trap cameras. While she said that such cameras were not in Bermuda, she added that it was expected that it would be implemented. Cameras were not in use in Bermuda. She added that it was expected that it would be implemented as a future step in the planned improvements to the island's CCTV system. Now, let's have a conversation about this. First off, the question of the morning, what are your thoughts on speed traps in Bermuda? What are your thoughts on speed traps in Bermuda? And the question, meaning, will they make a difference? Look, we had What's the operation called where the police tell you where they're going to be? Vega. Operation Vega. First question, do you believe Operation Vega changed behavior in Bermuda? Just your opinion. Just your opinion. Do you believe that Operation Vega has made a difference in Bermuda in terms of driving behavior? Do you believe Operation Vega has made a difference in driving behaviors in Bermuda? Yes or no? Do you believe Operation, and if you're unfamiliar, Operation Vega is the exercise where the police let you know where they're going to be. Do you believe Operation Vega has made a difference? What are your thoughts? Do you believe Operation Vega has made a difference? Yes or no? Just an easy yes or no. Has Operation Vega made a difference? Yes or no? Do you believe, based on Bermuda's driving habits, Operation Vega has made a difference? Yes or no? Yes or no? Just what you saw on the roads prior to Operation Vega, what you see on the roads now, do you believe Operation Vega has made a difference on Bermuda's roads? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do you believe they've made a difference? Um, Tanya Cheeseman says no. She doesn't believe so. Do you believe Operation Vega has made a difference with the behavior of drivers in Bermuda? Do you believe that the police warning people and letting them know where they're going to be, making these stops, has made a difference in Bermuda? No. Remember, I actually support the way that Operation Vega is done because I don't believe in criminalizing people. A lot of you disagree with me. I'm always shocked when Black people disagree with something like that because the idea of criminalizing people just should make us all uncomfortable. But again, we're all free to think as we please. I'm just trying to guilt you as a Black person. But anyway, um, what are your thoughts? Do you believe Operation Vega has made a difference? Suzanne Ingham says no, they're still speeding. Marquita Lee says no. So anyone think yes? Does anyone believe Operation Vega has made a difference? Like, do you think that, have you seen drivers change their behaviors? Have you noticed that people that you know who may go out for happy hour are less likely to have a happy hour because of Operation Vega? They know the police are going to be out. Like, I don't even drink. I mean, I do the speed limit in Bermuda because I'm afraid to end up overboard. But saying that, even though I have no, well, I don't think I have warrants or anything, but it makes a difference for me. Like when I'm in Bermuda operating a vehicle, I've been through the check before, but I just don't like people getting in my way. So if I know that they're having police checks or whatever, I probably won't go out simply because I don't want to be bothered. That's changed behavior because there's one less vehicle on the road. Also, if I happen to be out, have to go somewhere, and I know they're going to be out, then obviously I'm going to be driving slower. No, I guess the thing is, people are saying, well, it shouldn't change behavior just because they're out. It should be a norm where, look, whether they're out or not, we should not be drinking and driving or speeding. Nicole Hassel says, no, police presence makes a huge difference. When I lived in Florida, the police patrol presence was so high, you didn't have a chance to speed. We need a higher police presence on our roads. Well, Nicole, according to the commissioner, we need more police officers. So I don't know about that police presence. They need to find more police officers. All right. So question of the morning. Well, here's the other thing. Do you agree with speed traps being used in Bermuda? Do you agree with speed traps being used in Bermuda? Do you agree with speed traps being used in Bermuda? Yes or no? Karen Simmons says, yes, I believe people are at least considering how this would affect them and make choices. I agree. I'm one of those people, Karen. I legit, I'm broke. I ain't got no money to pay nobody's fines. I mean, you all talk about me drinking and stuff. That's why I don't drink. That stuff costs a lot of money. Griselda Severin says, I'd like to know if it makes a sustained difference. I love the way she thinks. I really do. And that's the idea. Like the idea is not just to make sure that they're not drinking or speeding when they know the police are out, but the change behavior part is supposed to be, you know what? Regardless if I know they're out or not, I need to act a certain way on the street. Get used to operating a vehicle in a different way. Do you agree with speed traps? Nicole Hassel says yes. Suzanne Ingham says no, I don't agree with speed traps. Sean DeShield says no, as the increased amounts of road fatalities, speeding occurrences, and accidents statistics prove otherwise, whether Operation Vega is working. Sahima says Operation Vega makes people change their behavior only when necessary. It's not a permanent deterrent. And I think that's part of the problem. We need to find a way to get people to understand that, hey, whether they're out or not, this should be the norm. This is should be how we are. Sahino goes on to say, she says, they have speed cameras in the UK, and I think it saves police manpower and helps to keep people in line. You speed, you get a ticket. Simple. Here's the thing. The UK was the first place I actually saw and experienced them. I was in a cab back in the day, and the driver said, oh, see that? That's a speed camera and whatnot. And, you know, I was like, wow, why don't they have these in Bermuda back then? So it's interesting. But again, Nicole Hassel's like, nah, I think we need to see more police out there. I would rather, let me answer that question. Do I agree with speed traps being used in Bermuda? Because the police don't have the manpower, I would say I'm okay with it. But I'm going to share my thoughts on speed traps in Bermuda in a second. Ebony Souza says, I hope the cameras make a difference. My question is, though, what kilometer hour will tickets start to be issued? As of right now, starts at 35. I'm 55 for 35. Well, I think right now, police officers use their discretion, right? So let's say, what's the speed limit? 35K, but anywhere 55, 60, they'll say, okay, you're speeding, right? So that's a good question. What will be that limit? Because forever people have been getting away with driving beyond the speed limit, right? So I completely get your point. So now, what are your thoughts on speed traps in Bermuda, folks? What are your thoughts on them? Like, do you agree with them? Kia Renee BDA says, can't say simple yes or no simply. It might change a very small percentage of behavior, but to change behaviors from the core level, it has to be done through continuous education and solutions. I don't disagree with that. I actually think it has to be through education. It has to be through people gaining an understanding of their role on the roads and others, right? So I don't disagree with that. I think, like someone said, that the fairness is that people just react to the situation as is and don't change behaviors altogether. Charles H. Jefferson II says, I agree with speed traps if there are warning signs. Now, someone did say, I think Suzanne Ingham, she said it. She said there were traps. Yeah, here we go. Did we have speed camera signs up? You saw them in flats years ago. I remember seeing them. I swear I remember seeing them down there as well, Suzanne Ingham. I do. She also says, I don't agree with the police notifying people where they will be. Just my opinion. Fair enough. I do. I think that, again, the idea is not to criminalize people. I don't agree with police hiding in trees and doing radar. I am fine with you know, the what they call it, Operation Vega. I'm okay with that. I don't believe in criminalizing people. I don't. Having gone through what I went through with conscription, the idea of criminalizing people is not what should be happening, right? We want to educate people, as Kia Renee BDA said. We want to help people make better decisions. Now, you got to keep in mind, I'm a person that doesn't agree with most rules or laws. However, when adults can't be adult, when respect and love cannot exist, then rules and laws are necessary. And so I am of the mindset that if we can't be adult and respectful of one another, then we need to say, okay, well, Operation Vega's not working. We're no longer going to notify. Let's ask the legislators to make some changes, and then we start doing things differently. but I am a firm believer of not criminalizing. Now, what are my thoughts on speed traps in Bermuda? As Maya presented this news the other day, I said it. I don't like the idea of thinking that this is another way for government to make money off the public. Let's be honest. Someone just said it. What's going to be the limit? Because Bermudians, I'm not going to ask you here because I ain't trying to get anyone in trouble. But we all know most Bermudians go well over 35 kilometers. And because of that, everyone's at risk of a speeding ticket. I would hate to believe that this would be a money grab for the government. I would hate to believe that. That's one concern I have with the speed traps. The second is, as I just mentioned, most Bermudians go over that limit. If a speed trap is on somebody's daily route, and they go that route every day, are we really going to see people slowing down? Or are we going to see people paying fines for every day? Now, some people may say, well, look, if you're paying fine every day, either you can afford it or you need to change your behavior. But we know it doesn't work like that. Let's go back to the comments. Let's see if there's anything over on the gram. Okay, no comments on the gram yet. So Carlton Fleming says, only issue is privacy questions. We are becoming a surveillance state. Oh, I had that. That was my issue with CCTV from jump, Carlton. I don't disagree with you. That I get that. Anthony Pete says the major hope is individuals police themselves. Reality is statistics show differently. Behavior is impacted with multi-pronged strategies, education, enforcement, and technology. And that's what I meant by adults being adults. You know, I don't think that we should have to have all these rules and laws in place. I just don't. If we can be adult about things and respect people, I think we'll be okay. I do think we'll be okay. I think we'll be okay. What are your thoughts, though? What do you think about speed traps in Bermuda? Again, Charles said he agrees with them. If there are warning, should there be warning signs? Do you think there should be warning signs? Do you think that people should? That goes back to the Operation Vega, where some of you don't think that the public should be notified, right? Do you think that the public should be notified of where the speed trap cameras are? Now, everyone will say, you know, well, not everyone, but some people will say, oh, well, I have no problem with speed traps. And then next thing you know, they're getting a ticket every day because there's one right down the bottom of their hill and always late for work. Something they've been doing for years, never had a speeding ticket. And then now. Suzanne Ingham says, I agree. If you can't behave in the road, then you need to be dealt with. She goes on to say, I believe it will be a money grab for more money. That's my concern. I really hope that I really, really hope that if this comes to fruition, speed cameras, it's not just a money grab. I'm of the idea that it should be a deterrent. It should be a deterrent. Suzanne Ingham goes on to say CCTV is invasive. Well, it's supposed to be for our benefit. It's supposed to be, but it can seem a bit big brotherish, right? What are your thoughts, though, folks? What are your thoughts on speed traps in Bermuda? Sean DeShield says our expectations of privacy will be at risk with the implementation of speed trap video surveillance, but it's for the greater good of all, as most will be more aware and hopefully slow down. I mean, we have to ask ourselves, right? What do we want? Are we comfortable with our privacy, losing a bit of our privacy for the sake of safety? Or would we rather, with a shortened police force or service, hope that people can be adult? What are your thoughts? I mean, I get it. I get the privacy concerns. I do. Tanya Cheeseman says, unfortunately, I find that most bike riders that speed no matter what. I have seen them slow down when they see the police. Tax son as they get out. Oh, and as soon as they get out of the view, they go back to speeding again. Well, I'll be on 95, Tanya. I'll be on 95, and you'll see people slowing down. You're like, what? It's in an accident. No, they just spotted a state trooper on the side of the highway, right? I think that's normal behavior. It's children adult. It's like children, right? They know they're not supposed to be doing something. They hear their parents coming and they start acting right. It's like adults. They know they should be doing something. The boss comes in the room, they get right back to it, right? I think that's normal behavior, but I get your point. I do take your point. We've got J Dog. He says speed traps would disproportionately criminalize folks who live further away from Hamilton, where the bulk of the population work. That's a very interesting point. People who have longer to commute or travel will be more at risk because, think about it, they may hit multiple speed traps. For someone like me, when I was working for the radio station in Bermuda, I literally lived 2 minutes away. So I never had to go through one. Well, they didn't have them, but I would have likely not had to go through one. But that's a very good point. What are your thoughts on that, audience? It would disproportionately criminalize folks who live further away from Hamilton, where the bulk of the population work. What are your thoughts on that? It would be unfair to people who live far. That's interesting. I hadn't thought of that. Kia Renee BDA says there needs to be more education to hit at the root and has to be a repetitive thing taught in school, not someone coming in to show a presentation and don't see them until months later. She goes on to say repetition of the right things equals real change. Well, it's credit to many people. I mean, there have been people for many years who have done things. We're going back to Roxanne Christopher when she was a part of the Road Safety Council. We've had Dr. Christopher Johnson and so many others. I mean, I remember when I was at the radio station in Bermuda, they did this exercise that really spooked the community, where they had people like one person in Orange Valley who had been laid out like they had been in an accident with blood all over them, and it was a really it caused some controversy. Some people were upset, saying it was too extreme. They were driving their children to school. They had to see this, but it was an eye opener to try to get people to understand the impact of our behavior on Bermuda's roads. So, may have been extreme at the time. Think probably be more acceptable today. One thing's for sure, we've got to change our behavior on the roads. We are going to try to have our guest in for the day. I know we're having some technical challenges, so if we're unable to make it happen, we'll definitely continue the conversation. But I'm filling in for Maya for the Daily Hour News Break, folks. So get ready. It's time for your Daily Hour News Break, brought to you by People's Pharmacy. All right, folks, this is your Daily Hour News Break, brought to you by People's Pharmacy. Well, Somerset fans, you better beware, you better be scared, because St. George's Cricket Club has announced that they've elected a new president. President is Michelle Painter and his vice president, Carl Denbrook, as you can see on screen. Both were elected at last night's AGM. As the new president, I believe Neil Painter, who served over 20 plus years, did step down. And I think I speak for many St. George's fans when we say, hey, look, thank you, Neil, for your time at the helm, and good luck to Michelle Painter as the new president of St. George's Cricket Club. What are your thoughts, folks? Does St. George's stand a chance? What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts? There you go. I don't know. Sometimes change is good, sometimes it's not. But I think I speak for St. George's folks when I say, look, it's been a rough last decade or so. We've got to catch some wind somewhere. All right, folks. In other news, we had around 12:15 a.m. on Sunday, January 28th, police were dispatched to a road traffic collision involving a motor car and a Department of Public Transportation bus. Reports of the bus was traveling east on Middle Road near the junction with Jennings Bay Road, Southampton, when a motor car traveling in the opposite direction swerved into the eastbound lane and collided with the bus. Thankfully, there were no reported injuries. An investigation into this matter is now underway, and anyone with information is asked to call Constable Daishan Chin on 295-0011 or email dchin@bps.bm. All righty. Well, we've got some good news too, man. Yeah, we've got Bermudians showing out and doing things in big ways beyond Bermuda. And our latest Bermudian we're celebrating on this show is Bermudian actress Silala Brock is making her official Broadway debut in Suffs, a musical about suffrage produced by Hillary Clinton and Malala. In this all-fame cast, she will be playing Dudley Malone, a real-life character, the Assistant Secretary of State to Woodrow Wilson, who publicly resigned from office to persuade Wilson to shift his stance on women's suffrage. Became a lawyer with the women's movement and eventually found a partnership with suffragist Doris Stevens, along with a newfound sense of purpose. Ms. Brock grew up in Bermuda, studying at United Dance Productions and under the tutelage of Marcel Clemens. She left at the age of 15 for boarding school in Canada and would return throughout the summers to participate in Troika productions, most notably Beauty and the Beast and the second run of The Color Purple. She's a graduate of Carnegie Mellon University with a Bachelor's of Fine Arts in Drama and has been working in theater since 2014. All right, we say congratulations, folks. That's good. That's big stuff. That's some big stuff right there, huh? Bermudians on the stage. You know, I wish I can get everywhere to support every Bermudian and everything they're doing. So and I have to try to figure out a budget to get that done. But I would love to see some Bermudians on Broadway performing. You've got the Christopher brothers out there doing their thing, Darren Herbert up in Canada. So we've got to get out there, support our people. All right, in the weather. Well, you can see in the weather, folks. Well, looks sunny periods with occasional showers, easing in the evening, winds northwesterly moderate to strong, occasionally increasing strong with higher gusts and showers. 64 degrees Fahrenheit, folks, is your high and a low of 56. So it's a bit chilly out there. It's a bit chilly. All right, let's give you a days of the year because I know how much you want a days of the year. Well, this is a good one. It is planned for vacation day. Plan for vacation day. Here's the history of plan for vacation day. According to a study by the World Health Organization, people who work 55 hours or more a week are at a much higher risk of suffering from heart disease and stroke than those who work just 35 to 40 hours per week. It's likely that taking vacation time might help to mitigate the health risk because it lowers the overall hours a person works each year. I hope that hit home with everyone. So, how do we want to celebrate planned vacation day? Well, for one, plan a vacation. And if you have a job, verify those vacation days. Host a plan a vacation party. Oh, that seems cool. Let's host a plan a vacation party. And then go online and find some travel deals. Bermuda Air has some travel deals going on right now. So, question to you all. If you were to plan a vacation today, where would it be? Where would you schedule a vacation to if you were to schedule one today? And Karen Simmons says, thank you, Neil, for your years of service and congratulations to the change at the helm, St. George's all day. Charles, I'm not going to say it yet, but I'll just repeat what you've said. He says, this is our year. And Suzanne Ingham says, there's always hope for St. George's. And Sean DeShields says, presidents don't play on the field, so the final results will be the same with the cup staying in the West. Okay, I'm not. Notice you all, I ain't trash talk. I ain't said nothing about St. George's all year. I have said nothing. I'm not playing that game with you all this year. Shonette Bell says, congratulations to the new executive of St. George's Cricket Club. Now, Traveling Trotty, our vacation specialist, says when planning a vacation, also budget as well. She said, so the question I asked is plan a vacation day. Where would you plan a vacation to today? Traveling Trotty says South Africa. Suzanne Ingham says Florida or Spain. Tanya Cheeseman says Barbados. Teresa Marie says Japan. All right. Well, we've got some vacation planning to do, folks. We're going to try the conversation with our guest today. We are having some technical challenges, so if we don't get to experience it, we will reschedule, but we'll continue today's conversation about speed traps if we're unable to continue. All right. So stick with us. Going to take a quick break and come back to you after this short message.
Let's face it, life can be a little wild, but shopping doesn't have to be. I choose People's, so that whether it's a prescription that needs to be filled, a toy for my little terror, or a gift for a new addition to the family, we'll see about that. Everything's available in one convenient location. Some call it People's, I call it my one-stop shop in the city. People's, we're here for you.
Welcome to the new bulk store, Lindo's Next Level. Wake up in the morning with enough coffee to keep you running throughout the entire day. Your pet at home deserves the best. Stock up on dog food to keep your puppy happy. Need a quick, tasty lunch at home? Your chicken nuggets will be jumping right out of the freezer. What's a movie night without popcorn? You can never have too much. Lindo's Next Level. Why go anyplace else?
All righty, welcome back to the big show. I'm Jamel Hartman. It's the Daily Hour brought to you by the BAC Group of Companies, Medicals, Lindo's, and People's Pharmacy. Folks, please do not forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. All right, let's try to bring our guests in for the day. We've got Aaron DeSilva coming on. We're having a conversation, BAC Group. Folks, this is your opportunity to ask the expert. One of the things that I'm going to ask the audience. One of our biggest challenges has been the economy. Within that economy, what has been the thing that we've complained about as far as cost the most, audience? What's been the number one thing we've complained about when it comes to cost? The cost of living and rising costs. What's the number one thing? Number one thing. Let's see who's going to get it. The number one thing, people. I thought food too. I thought food too, Marquita Lee. I thought food. Electricity. Well, she cheated. Ebony said two. But electricity, utilities. Utilities. So we're going to find out from Aaron how we can be more sustainable and help ourselves. Remember what I keep saying on the show. What can we do to help ourselves? So be prepared to ask him questions about how we can help ourselves when it comes to what's available to help us with, as Headleen Swan says, our Balco bills. All right? All right, let's give him a warm TDH welcome. Oop, nope, not that one. Sorry, that's the wrong one. Good morning, Aaron. How are you?
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, Jamal. Good morning. Thank you for being on.
There we go. We lost you already. All right.
Okay. Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yep, we hear you. All right.
Thank
So
you.
we may have to reschedule because it is cutting out, going back and forth. Is it? Let's see how much we can get through. But first off, what is your before we get into the conversation? What is your role and what do you do at the BAC Group, Aaron?
Okay, I am the one of the technicians, solar technicians in the BAE division at BAC Group. We have been doing solar for the last 15 years. Solar PV, solar thermal, and other renewable energy solutions.
Oh,
Uh,
okay. And what does BAE stand for, just so the audience knows?
is Bermuda Alternate Energy.
All right. All right. So there is alternative energy to what you all are saying in the audience, gas and your Belco. When people think of BAC though, and we've had this challenge on the show, Aaron, people just think air conditioners, right? Because Bermuda Air
Right.
Conditioning Group. Air conditioners, again, obviously the first thing they think about, but the organization is so focused on sustainable living. Tell us
That,
how BAC Group is going about helping people with sustainable living. What are some of the things that you're not just selling but servicing people with?
yes, so what we like to do is make everybody aware of what are suitable for sustainable living. Um, so we do a variety of products. We've been doing it for over 60 years in the mechanical and the electrical, the solar and plumbing. We've been servicing residential and commercial clients. We have a variety of products that um, we want to make everybody aware that they can uh, make them more bang for their buck, and that's what everybody's looking for. Um, it's also, knowing your lifestyle and what you have, your main energy consumption is. So your electricity bills are your main thing that you would get every month. That's a high cost of living. So we try to, break it down, get to know the client, get to know what's in the home, and run them through the varieties of products that we have because everybody's house is unique and every job is different. So, some houses have been around longer than I have, some houses are new. So we have different things for different applications.
And audience, I know some of you said, gas, Shonat Bell, gas, Tanya Cheeseman, Hadaline Swan said Belco. But let us know, like, what do you want to know how you can reduce your utilities expense, and we can touch on it. We hear the term solar a lot, right? Aaron, we people always discussing solar, there's solar that. Just can you go a bit deeper and just explain, what solar actually is, and how solar works? Like, how does solar work, and how much could it help people reduce their energy bills?
Okay, so there's two types of solar. It's solar thermal, which is hot water heating your water. And then there is solar PV, which is photovoltaic. Okay, that captures the sun and uses that direct current, and we change it over into alternating current that the homes use. And then we also apply battery solutions to that so that the solar can provide more than just feeding back to the grid. You can utilize your total production in your home throughout the day and evening. And also when a hurricane comes or power outages, you have the safety of knowing that you're going to be okay with your main primary uh, appliances being okay. So there is many applications when it comes to the PV side. Um, Basically, when people think of solar, they think of solar panels, which is the best application that we utilize. We also have some wind, and the wave is in Bermuda, but hasn't really took off yet. There are other means coming in the future, but we're so up to speed with new products, and that's the thing is making everybody else aware of these products so that they can use it
Mhm.
and utilize it.
So I guess my question is, if someone were interested, obviously, again, with Belco being what the Belco is in terms of their bills, if someone were interested in shifting to solar, what steps should they take with someone like yourself?
Okay, so we get emails, or you can contact us over the phone or online on our website. Basically, we do surveys. We come out to the client uh, and do a free survey. Doesn't cost the client anything, and that way it gives them options on what technology that they want to use. We got a feel for the size of the home. Basically what the Belco supply is to the home or the commercial residence, because that varies in different areas of Bermuda. And then we can start small and gradually grow into a bigger system, which is also a beautiful thing because people do tend to get one thing and things get obsolete. With the technology we have, pieces of equipment. So uh, we're flexible, very flexible, and we're all under one roof, and we've been doing this for a long time. So and our products are also very efficient and good money value. It's not expensive. That makes sense.
All righty. And Traveling Trotty, she just says, at the Green Living Expo, she said, I examined the new generators and portable air conditioners
That's right.
from BAC. Very impressive. How does a portable air conditioner work?
Okay, so we have a new line. It's called EcoFlow, and these are like a power station. They don't just they're a portable backup generator, right? It also attaches to solar panels. So this is great for camping, anything like that. The power outages go out. This is a nice way of keeping your main little things, your fans, your lights, your fridge. If it's a quick thing, this piece of equipment will basically, it's easy, lightweight. The actual units vary in size, and you can start small with that as well, and also add on. We had them running up the Green Expo the whole time we were there, and these things are amazing. You know, it's something different than a gas or fossil fuel generator. This is the newest tech out. So definitely come on by and take a look. It's something that is quiet. It's not noisy. It doesn't have any emissions. So it's a generator that you can take inside and utilize on power outages, camping, stuff like that. If you have a party, DJs would love this equipment, you know. So it's like a portable power station.
Interesting. Has anyone in the audience have you come across it yet? I'll be honest with you. I appreciate, when losing power in Bermuda and your neighbor's got a generator and the like, but there's noisy things, Aaron. I could do without the noise. I mean, it's a whole neighborhood. No, I thank you for this solution. That's a great solution. We've got a question from the audience. Renee Simmons, she's asking, does the solar energy fluctuate if the weather is bad? Does it depend on the sun rays or winds?
Okay, very good question. It does, but even if it rains, and the sun's out, you're going to produce energy. It won't be as much as a beautiful sunny day. Harvest energy regardless.
Okay. We've got good question. Suzanne Ingham says, where are you located? She's ready to come get one of those generators, Aaron.
We're at 9 Mills Creek Road. We've just upgraded a new BUE showroom, so they're all in the showroom over there at the BUE side. So come on down. We're ready.
All right. We've got Kia Renee BDA. She says, has BAC looked into biogas digesters?
Biogas, not as of yet. I do believe we do have Tynes Bay facility that's utilizing all of that equipment. We did do all the infrastructure when that was built, so we are aware of it. But as in doing it for a residential system, not as of yet.
Okay. I know you just mentioned you just mentioned that the um, generators are quiet, but you also said they can be used for campsites, DJs, and the like.
Right?
Maybe even vendors who are setting up something on the side of the walk, the road. Sorry. How big are they? I mean, we talk about being portable, but how big is it? Something that anyone could carry? Is it? You said that it's safe. You can put them in homes because I think one of the things in the U.S. at least is people would put generators in their garages, and next thing you know, pop out. What makes these generators the thing? Like, are they large? Are they, how portable are they for anyone?
Okay, they're not that large. I would say the smallest one is 12 to 16 inches long.
Okay.
It's by 10 inches. That's the smallest unit, and they're on wheels.
Okay.
So they actually have hard wheels, so you can pick them up on a handle and literally roll it wherever you need to go. It's easy and accessible. Um, they are very quiet, no emissions, like I said. So you can plug multiple different things into them. It's Bluetooth. It has an app, so you can actually turn off and turn on things on your phone. Don't necessarily have to go to the unit. Um, and they're not heavy. The biggest battery I saw at the show, I think, was a 3.6 kW, and you can add five together and more panels to it. So it's a different application, if that may be, because I've been doing solar since the division started, mainly on the rooftops and pergolas. Uh, we also have EV chargers. We have multiple different battery solutions, not just one solution. We are a Panasonic dealer, so we have Evervolt and Kohler and Savant. So we have many products that can help you get to know your home a lot better, to what their usage is, and that's what we want to make people aware of what's using what.
All right, folks, if you have any more questions, please let us know. And before we let you go, Aaron, just let us know. I mean, again, as you could see when we went through the comments, biggest concerns for Bermudians in this economy is food and electricity, right? Their Belco bills. Um, Leave them with something that they can specifically focus on that will help them to be more sustainable and lower that energy bill. What can you do to help solve their problems in that regard?
Okay, so basically, if you give us a call and contact us, we audit with you. Basically, we will get to know what appliances you have in your home, what are the main energy consumers. We will then go from there and give you a proposal on what products to utilize in the home to bring your Belco bill down. There's three tiers. We can take you completely out if that's what you want, but we like to do it as one tier at a time. And it's a lot more easier and effective financially as well, um, because solar is decreasing in price and the battery technology is getting better. Much to offer to decrease your bill. I mean, your lighting system, your heating system, plumbing, refrigeration, air conditioning, these are all products that we have. And we have high SEER ratings. We have a heat pump system that saves at least 33% of a standalone heater. It's better insulated, uh, and it has an air conditioner right on top of the heater, so it gives you a byproduct of cool air. So it saves you between 60 to 75% just on your heating of your water. So that's just one little product that we have out there. We have many. So the more interested you are as you go, you add these products integrate them into your home. That decreases your bill. Thus, you have more income coming in that you can do other things.
All righty. All right, we've got one more question. We've got Suzanne Ingham saying, "What are your hours?"
Well, my hours are from 8 to 5. every day, not on the weekends, basically. But yes, that's our hours of operation at BAC. I think on Saturdays we're also open from 8 to 2, which is also good for those warriors like me that work all week and don't have a chance to go anywhere. So yeah, just come on by our showrooms and ask, and we will be glad to help you out any which way we can.
All right, Suzanne, let them know Aaron sent you when you saw him on the Daily Hour. All right, Aaron, thank you so much for your time this morning. Hopefully, the audience learned a thing or two, and they are a bit happier with the solutions provided to lower their energy bills. Talk to you next time.
Appreciate it. I just want to thank you guys very much for the opportunity. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No problem. Have a great day. Aaron DeSilva, folks, BAC Group. Hopefully, you all found that helpful. I know that we have some serious issues with our utilities bills. And I think Traveling Charlie, I'm very interested in that portable air conditioner. Wonder if that will work. Hot match. Closing my camp a bit. But anyway, no, I hope you found it helpful, that conversation helpful, found some solutions to some of the things that are important to you. We're going to take a final break. Come back. Somebody's going to be eligible to join Traveling Trotty in the draw for Friday to see who's our big winner. So we have a question coming. I hope somebody gets this question one time and it's not multiple guesses. I really do. If you've appreciated today's conversation and discussion, please give us a thumbs up, a love, a like. Make sure that you share this conversation with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Why? Because we want everyone to know how they can be more sustainable and lower their Belco bill, right? They lower the Belco bill, they can plan for that vacation we was talking about earlier. Think about it.
Hi there, welcome to Medical House. We're located at number 6 Bakery Lane. I can't wait to show you all of the great stuff that we carry. Come on inside, let's see. Let's kick it off in the footwear department. When it comes to footwear, we carry functional, comfortable, orthopedic, and waterproof shoes. We have construction shoes, golf shoes, shoes for walking, shoes for boating. We even have shoes for pickleball. We have shoes for everyone. With brands by Skechers, Atrax, Propay, Easy Street, Nursemates, Clogs, Avenger, Cherokee, Cat, Frog Talks, and DeWalt. The list goes on. Take a look at our workwear for construction workers and tradesmen. Durable, stretchable in all the right places, and plenty of options for tools and accessories. Pair with our wide range of tough and comfortable footwear. You can't go wrong. Long days, long shifts, you no longer have to endure comfortable underwear. Designed by nurses, we now offer premium undergarments by Swoop that are unique, fun, comfortable, and functional. The only underwear you'll ever want to wear. Who says high-quality functional products can't be stylish and comfortable at the same time? Speaking of stylish, we also have top-quality running, walking, and workout apparel by Skechers in a variety of sizes for men and women. Cool, breathable, and dry. With our wide selection of Skechers footwear, you'll look great before, during, and after your workout. As you can see, Medical House really is a one-stop shop for everybody. We can't wait to see you.
You'll be surprised at everything we have to offer at our huge new retail and wholesale location on Bakery Lane.
Alrighty, welcome back. Thanks again to Aaron DeSilva from the BAC Group of Companies. That was your Ask the Expert. Thank you to those who did ask questions. It helped me a lot. But this is going to be your opportunity to learn, especially as we get into the summer months, how we can, help ourselves. Again, that's the mantra. How can we help ourselves live better, live more sustainable, and bring our own cost of living down? So thanks again to them. BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lenders, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring we can have these conversations with you on a daily basis. We definitely appreciate the support. And if you appreciated the conversation, just take one moment, whatever platform you're on, to like, love, follow if you don't, and share this show with your friends, your family, your colleagues. Do us that favor. All right. It is time for the Daily Play, brought to you by Bermuda Trivia, now available at stores throughout Bermuda. Follow Bermuda Trivia on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok to find out why it's Bermuda's favorite trivia game. All right, audience, it's on you. The first person who answers correctly on my screen will be your winner. Here we go. It's not a Bermuda question, actually. Never is, right? In what decade did the automated teller machine, ATM, make its public debut in the United States? Someone got it. And I will go through all the wrong answers first. It's not the 70s, but she said a year. She's so close, but it's not the 70s decade. 1995, no. 1970s, no. 1970s, no. 1990, no. 1950, no. 2000, no. The 60s. The reason I said B. Denise Hollis was so close because the actual year was the 1960s, 1969. But Renee Simmons showed up first. Griselda Severin got it as well. Second, the 50s, no. 67, you got close on the year too, close. Marquita Lee, 60, and Emily Gail Dill, 80s. But it was the 60s. It was 1969 in particular. So, Renee Simmons, you will be entering the draw along with Trevelyan Trotty to see if you're eligible for this week's prize. Congratulations. Give a big congratulations to Renee Simmons, folks. Give her some congrats out there. Let's recap today's show. So, speed traps. So it seems that, did we do a vote? Yes or no, hand by hand, show of hands, yes or no. Do we agree with speed traps in Bermuda? Yes or no? Do we agree with speed traps? I don't know if we had that conversation. Do we agree with speed traps? Yes or no? Yes or no? Do we agree with speed traps? You're the people. Okay, so Suzanne Ingham says no. Come on, keep them coming, folks. Do we agree with speed traps? Traveling Trotty says no. Okay, J Dog says no. B Denise Hollis says yes. All right, so we've got a yes. Karen Simmons, we're catching the nose up. We're catching the nose up. It's close. It's close. Give it to her. Okay, we've got another no. Shawnette Bell. We've got another yes. Renee Simmons. It's close. You know, I love this sort of democracy. I love this kind of democracy. I really do. We've got another yes. I think we're tied now. I think, another yes, taking over the nose. Here's the thing. I agree with speed traps if it means it's going to bring about the change that we'd like to see on our roads. I disagree with them if it's just another cash grab and nothing changes. But something has to change. And I think all of us have to look within. And when I say within, it's not necessarily that you're the guilty party out on the roads doing the wrong, but maybe you know someone who is. We have got to do something about it. Cherie Dill says 100% yes, agrees with him. I just want to point out again, St. George's Cricket Club has a new president. All the best to the new administration down at St. George's Cricket Club. Again, props to Neil Painter, stuck it out a very long time down there. Now he can just enjoy cup match like a normal fan, not have to deal with the pressures that come with it, the friends and family, all of that stuff that he had to deal with. Looking forward to see what changes and direction the club goes. I want to say, if this was the first conversation with Ask the Expert with the BAC group, really hope these conversations are helpful to every last one of you, that we can find ways to help ourselves reduce our energy costs and live better. So it's time for the daily inspiration. I saw someone say there was no joke of the day. I'll give you one tomorrow. I promise. I'll give you one tomorrow. The daily inspiration is, quote, "The happiest people seem to be those who have no particular cause for being happy, except they are so." And that is from William Inge, I think his name is. That's a pretty decent quote. I like that one. All right. Folks, please don't forget to subscribe on our website. Follow us on all of our social media channels to stay up to date with all that we have going on. Help us grow beyond the mic as we do our part to continue to improve our community. Thanks again to our partners, the BAC Group of Companies, Medical House Lindos, and People's Pharmacy for ensuring that we're able to do this with you on a daily basis. As always, we appreciate you, we love you, and we thank you for making us part of your daily routine. If all goes well, we'll be back to do this again with you tomorrow. I'm Jamal Hartman. Please make it a safe and a great day. I am out. Peace.